Hello everybody, I want to welcome you here today to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So it's the end of the month and time to do new albums, or if you like, album hauls. So once a month, at the end of the month, I bring out the stuff I purchased for the month, or I've been given, or it's a gift, or actually haven't found anything yet, nor have I taken anything. So basically it's stuff I've purchased. On occasion I've had a few things that were given to me, so I like to include them all at the end of the month and show you what's new that I have that I'm going to be listening to over the course of the next little while. So actually haven't listened to any of them. I haven't taken any of them out and listened to them. Just been pretty busy with some other stuff. But so a lot of them I'm familiar with. Other than so we're gonna do this. I put them in their genre type thing. So we'll start with the progressive rock, since we are a progressive rock channel, and we'll talk about them. And that's what I usually do. I just bring them out, show you them, maybe take them apart a bit, show you what's inside, and talk a little bit about the album and my anticipation of what it might be like. Okay, so the first one out is this one, Brave, from Marillion. This is the first album, my understanding is this is the first album that Hogarth is on, singing vocals on. Prior to that it was Fish. I'm a big fan of Fish and the Fish era of the group, not so much about the Hogarth part of the group. I don't think I have any problem with him personally. I don't think of him as being in any way a bad vocalist. I think he's actually pretty damn good. He may even actually be a lot better than Fish. Steve Hogarth, yeah. But for some reason, I never enjoyed their music much with him. Although I've been told that this album is pretty close to the Fish era music. So we're going to give that a chance. It's got a nice little kind of dim looking face on here, a few things inside. Just a book that just has some kind of distorted kind of what you would call kind of muddled looking pictures on there. But this is Steve Hogarth's first album with the band, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if it does indeed sound the same as the original Marillion band, or maybe it's not the same at all. But I give people the benefit of the doubt the first time through. So Brave by Marillion is the first one. The next one up is a Jethro Tull album that I have seen, and I keep putting it off and not doing it, getting it. But I decided when I was there the other day, I actually only wanted to get a few albums. I ended up buying. I had in my intent only wanted to get about 3 or 4, and I ended up with 7 or 6. I think it was 6. Anyways, I got this one, Jethro Tull's Under Wraps. I think this is an excellent, I've heard this is an excellent album by him. I can't remember when this was released. Oh, this is not too long after the era I enjoy the most. It's in really good shape, the disc too, which is, for a used disc, it's in great shape. So I'm looking forward to listening to this. I've got so many new Tull albums over the last half a year. I think I went from 6 Tull albums in my entire collection to like 20 now. So a lot of stuff to listen to, but I'm enjoying it all immensely. This was an album that I thought, it was only $7. How could I pass on it? It was one I didn't have, and yet I knew I liked it because I've heard everything on here before. Maybe commercially their biggest album, arguably I think one of their biggest albums. I haven't listened to this for a very long time, so I'm kind of a little bit excited to listen to it again after so long of not hearing it. Blackout from the Scorpions. This one was a nice catch for me. I've been looking for this to get it for a while. It was $13. Normally I see it's about 20 or 25 most of the time, but it's in really good shape. It's a used copy, really good shape, and has I'm looking forward to listening to this. One of the great live albums of all time, Frampton Comes Alive. Maybe his only really good album, I don't think he did very well with any of his studio albums, but this live album just knocked him dead. Next up, we have the last of the AC/DC albums that I really wanted to get, Let There Be Rock. I've owned this in vinyl. I've had it on cassette. I've actually had it on, I believe I've had it on CD before, and now I have it again. I'm quite happy to have it. I just think this if this is not the best of the original Bon Scott era albums, it's pretty damn close. Some people will go Highway to Hell is the best, and I'm not going to argue with that. I like High Voltage a lot. I like Power Age a lot, but I think this is a better album than either of them. A lot of energy here, a lot of really great songs on here too. So I'm looking forward to getting to play this quite a bit. Next up, this is a live Styx album for which I have no kind of listening experience with whatsoever. A lot of it is a kind of collection of stuff that you would expect to hear, the greatest hits. There's actually a version of A Criminal Mind on here. I'm assuming that is sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Just want to see. Yeah, I think that's a Lawrence Gowan song that they're doing on here for him live. I'm interested to see how that goes over being played by Styx. I've never heard that before. I didn't even know they did anything like that. But it's got all kinds of the classics: Lorelei, Rockin' the Paradise, Lovin', Criminal Mind, of course, Boat on a River, Sing for the Day, Crystal Ball, Miss America, Come Sail Away. Kind of an interesting collection of tunes. So I'm interested to see. It's about 68 minutes. I don't have any live Styx at all. They're not a band that I ever actually think about live. I know they're good live. I've seen them live on videos, but I do believe this will be my first attempt to listen to them live on an album. So I'm hoping that turns out good. So Styx live. Where is this? It just says Styx World Live 2001. Next up, the rest of the albums are, I would say, in the pop folk realm of the world. I've got a kind of liking for pop and folk music, and not something that I really ever thought about before until I started this channel, and then I realized how much I was actually liking that and the psychedelic music as well. So I have this one, Songs from Cape Man, from Paul Simon. I think this is probably be an interesting album too. I have no idea what to expect here though. This could be a complete dud or it could be a really good one. We'll find out shortly. Next up is Prairie Wind. I believe that's the name of this. Yeah. Stupid stickers they put on them. I hate them. Prairie Wind, yeah. So this is a Neil Young album, of course. I think this is just straight Neil Young. I don't think that there's no Crazy Horse on this one, just Neil Young. I tend to like his more acoustic stuff, but I don't know much about it. But based on the cover and this back picture of these two kids, I'm going to say that this is more pop, more folky in nature. Next up, of course, is Buffalo Springfield again. I got one Buffalo Springfield last month. I got the second one. I have actually really quite liked these guys. I was introduced to them not so long ago. And I don't even know the circumstances that introduced me to them, but I do like them. This one is actually brand new, I believe. This is a brand new album. Yep. Hasn't even been opened yet. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got these two that I've been looking for, Bridge Over Troubled Water. I'm hoping I don't have this twice, because I just have this feeling I have it twice, but I think this is the same cover as one of their greatest hits albums, so it just looks the same, because I don't recognize half of the songs on here. But actually, I recognize a lot of them on here, but there are some songs on here I don't recognize. Released in January of 1970. I really like these two guys a lot. I like Paul Simon a hell of a lot too. So there you go. Bridge Over Troubled Water. And then another one from them, Bookends. Most people know this album. Really good album. It's got the song America on, which, yes, also covered. Yeah, Mrs. Robinson is on here from the motion picture, The Graduate. Yeah, so lots of stuff on here. Look how young they are, man. Holy mackerel. Can you believe it? Anyways, so that's it for this month. That's what I've purchased this month. I hope you enjoyed the review of the albums a little bit. I'm looking forward to hearing these and implementing them into some shows at some point. And anyways, if you've liked this, please hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Any comments about any of the albums or any of your own experiences with them is great. I love it when people see something and it reminds them of something and they tell it as something I didn't know. It just makes it that much more interesting for me and for other people watching the show as well. So also hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of these shows, and we will be back at the end of next month. The last one I'm going to be spending as a 50-year-old, as I will be turning 60 next month, and we'll be doing another episode of this kind at the end of next month. Hopefully it'll be a bigger swath of stuff. I actually went overboard, but that's me. Anyways, I hope to see you again. Take care and have yourself a good day. Goodbye.